Good morning. Did you reset the button of your life? Yes. How many of you did your homework? Just only a few. I want to repeat that homework today again. Some of you tried, and how did it go? Yeah. When you reset the button, the return key was functioning and follow your command. Did you find any problem or any issue? Yes, I did. I did find myself enormous difficulties and challenges of resetting my button, as well as resetting my computer. I used this opportunity really literally reset my computer because it slowed down and sometimes gives you a signal that your memory is too full. So I decided to delete some of them. And mistakenly, I didn't know, mistakenly I deleted the important application. So my computer didn't function well. So last Sunday, after service, I reset my computer back to go back to the factory-made optimal condition. And guess what? It doesn't work anymore. So I need professional help. So like resetting my computer, it has a lot more difficult to reset ourselves, reset our mind, reset our thought, reset our body and heart. Because it is not easy to restructure ourselves, rearrange our habits, and reorganize ourselves. So we have to reset ourselves every morning to begin a new day with this reset button. So it's a different homework today. Not just the once you reset every Sunday, but every morning we have to reset our button to go back to the optimal condition of this Buddha nature. So we repeat the process again and again until it functions well. Sometimes we trial and error because we don't know that much about ourselves. So this resetting process really allows us to know who we are, to know ourselves completely. We need to learn how to change, how to alter our mind, our heart, our body. So today I will focus on number 7 of our essential dharmas of daily practice. Let us change resistance to learning into willingness to learn. How do you practice that? It's a daily practice, not just the once in a while we learn here through Dharma talk or Sunday together like this. It's said daily practice, which means every single day we have to practice meditation to restore inner peace and joy, cultivate wisdom to know our own Buddha nature, our total whole being, and to practice loving kindness and compassion, and to incorporate those 4 qualities in our practice. What are the 4 qualities, by the way? Anybody remember? What are those 4 qualities to make you progress?
Faith, courage, perseverance, and inquiring mind.
Yes. We need these 4 qualities, whatever we do, if we want to be successful. Finding your job, you need faith, courage, perseverance, and inquiring mind. Or building your business, you need faith in what you're doing, right? Perseverance, courage to launch new things, new projects. Perseverance and inquiring mind. So anything you do, you need to apply these 4 qualities. You will be surprised to see the outcome of your effort. And do you practice those 4 qualities every day? Since this is a daily practice, it means daily we have to practice faith, courage, perseverance, and inquiring mind. Do you practice gratitude every single day? Yes, very good. Because it turns mediocres into miracle if you practice this gratitude. And number 7 was, how do you cultivate your confidence and self-reliance? Daily, do you cultivate that daily? Then your cell recognize, your body recognize, your mind recognize, oh, my master is doing right things. I want to cooperate with her, with him. So today we will focus on number 7, resistance to learning into willingness to learn. So our community is a learning community. Learning about ourselves, learning about how to live, learning about how to live well and live better. So we are learning together and grow together psychologically, emotionally, intellectually, and spiritually. So if we learn well, practice everything, every day, and grow spiritually to live our lives, in this way, we can make our life the most meaningful and most beautiful on earth. So this is your choice. So Taesan said, having been born as a human among all the 4 types of birth, we should have a love of learning. Okay, love of learning helps us develop our wisdom and direct intuitive understanding and knowing of Dharma and in emptiness. Fortunately, I have a love of learning. Do you? Yes, that's why we are here, right? Learning new things. And I was born in America, but was born in Korea and came to us here, to New York, for us to learn new Dharma, one Dharma here. In fact, a lot of people who are highly successful, they have a love of learning. So love of learning makes us happy and content. So think about what do you learn most nowadays? Where is your love of learning focused at this moment? So now, real question in living in this most compelling world and compelling time in human history, what are the most urgent learning do you need? We are living with the digital media. Last Sunday, Kim talked a lot about it and helps us a great deal how to live better, how to practice right speech with it. We need to be very mindful of what we learn. I don't want to learn about what's happening in Washington, D.C. anymore. I don't want to learn what's happening in Syria anymore. Of course, my heart goes there, but not every single minute, checking the world news. So think about what are the most urgent learning we need is to live well, because it affects every aspect of our life. And living well requires good health and well-being. So UN Sustainable Development Goals, how many of you know United Nations has these Sustainable Development Goals? And Kim, where did you learn about this? From my marriage, yes. Margareta will bring that information. Surprisingly, we have how many goals do we have for these sustainable development goals? 17. Yes, thank you, Lambert. Surprisingly, we have them on the entrance here. Did you see the sustainable development goal in our entrance announcement? It says like this, right? Surprisingly, seeing this, not rested here yet, but I want to pay attention to this because I love what UN does nowadays. When you look at this 17 UN Sustainable Development Goals, number 3 here, number 3 says good health and well-being. Finally, UN does what it's supposed to be doing. Helping 7 billion, now more than 7 billion others, helping everyone on earth to ensure their good health and promote their well-being for all at all ages. So it is critical to learn how to cultivate and sustain good health and well-being. First of all, we need to practice love of learning to heal our body, our mind, our heart, and restore our spirit. Spirit here means Buddha nature. So we all have spirit, right? Anyone here do not have a spirit? You couldn't be here without that. We need vivid internal visualization of recovering our good health and well-being. We have to internalize and internally rehearse again and again to heal our body, mind, heart, and spirit. First of all, we have to deal with our body first. We have to heal our body by creating oneness in our body. We all know there are many things in our body, right? We have many organs like lung and heart, stomach and kidney and liver. They are all working together to sustain you. If they communicate well and generous to share the energy you put it in your nutrition whenever you eat, if all your organs in your body are cooperating and peacefully coexist, they don't compete to get the energy from your nutrition. If you lose your balance in your body, some organs need more attention, so they try to get more nutrition from your eating. So think about it. All your organs in your body, how are they? Are they healthy and happy and relaxed? What do they have attention? I need you to take care of me here. Do they give you any signal like that? Not only we have different organs, these organs are now cooperating together, we call system. What kind of system do we have in your body? We call, when you breathe in, oxygen coming in our lung, and the lung provide the oxygen to the heart, and heart use this oxygen to circulate all the blood in your body. So we call it respiratory system. Are they functioning well? My body doesn't do it well. I mean, you see, I'm coughing a lot. I'm allergic to many things. So my respiratory system needs a lot more healing. So when you eat something, not only you eat and your stomach is full or happy, but when you eat, your stomach digests it and deliver nutrition to the liver, and liver absorb it and they use it in your body to function well, and the waste they send it to the intestines and kidneys. So all these systems are working very, very cooperatively as one. So we call it digestive system. We have all different hormones in our body. Some of you experience that when you're aging it. When you were young, I never anticipated this kind of experience. But when you're aging, the hormone in your body is changing. So we call it the endocrine system. So a lot of different systems working hard, cooperatively, peacefully as one to sustain your health and help you to keep your wellness and well-being. In addition to this, the organs and systems, there are so many cells in your body working together, cooperating together, and communicating each other to help you to live better. So how many cells in your body? Anyone knows? How many cells in your body? Billions, yes, close. How many billions?
3 billion?
3 billion, good guess. Think of how many are working for you to survive, to live better, live well, and simply to live. How many cells are working for you?
Aren't they always growing, but always changing?
Right, always changing, always growing, but same numbers. They die and the new cell be born. Trillion, yes. Who said trillion? Yes, good guess. How many trillions? 37.2 trillion cells in your body working, communicating, helping, and cooperating to help you to live. Wow, think about it. So lots of cells in our body working so hard to make you live better and live well. If these cells in our body do not communicate, what will happen? Sick, yeah. If you get sick, it doesn't make you happy. Cancer cell. What is cancer cell? Cancer cell killing people, right? What does a cancer cell does in your body? Do they communicate with the rest of the body, rest of the cell in the body? They miscommunicate. They don't communicate with the rest of the cell. There's a big, big problem, right? So many people suffer with this cancer, and this cancer cell in the body do not communicate with the rest of the world in the body system. So it is something very careful not to neglect them. We have to activate them, nourish them, thank them, have a deep gratitude for 37.2 trillion cells. We have to thank a lot. It takes a while to thank each cell. So each cell be happy. Oh, yeah, now I got a nutrition. Now I got attention. Now I got love and care. So I can be happy. So I can help her happy, help him to be happy, to live well. So the first thing, love of learning, to learn about your body system. If you allow your body to be resting and healing, your body has tremendous power to heal by itself. Your body has the wisdom to restore this original nature. Optimal condition which were made by factory when you were born, right? And second, we need to heal our mind by cultivating oneness in our mind. We have so many different thoughts, different ideas, different memories, different chattering noises. So our mind learned the resistance from life around us. And now our mind is fighting with ourselves and resisting us. So we have to come and give a very gentle care and love to our mind and quiet our thought. Do you know how many thoughts you have per day? Our thought is much less than cells, the number of cells in our body. So how many thoughts do you have per day?
Waking and sleeping.
Waking and sleeping, yes. I'm very fascinated by this neuroscientist now to research and make it available for us to understand better about ourselves, especially our mind. We have between 50,000 to 70,000 thoughts per day. Per day, not per week or per lifetime, that's per day. Think about it. So we have a mega house in our brain to have that kind of busy thought passing through our brain. It is very useful to study our brain and our mind to be healthy. With this digital device in our hand, our brain, our mind is overloaded. You have to catch yourself. Overloaded and cluttered. And thus resulting, this is too much information. Normally, out of this 70 or 50 to 70,000 thoughts, a lot of them are negative thoughts. These negative thoughts resulting in our body with stress, anxiety, chronic fatigue syndrome, insomnia, and depression. We have to learn how to deconstruct this thinking pattern, how to deconstruct our mind by letting go of this destructive thought in our mind. We have to empty this damaging thought. How often do you empty your trash can at home? Every day. Very good. How often do you empty your trash can in your mind, in your thought? Every day. So when you pay attention to this like that, we need to reduce our thinking and increase our feeling. Because when we have too much thinking, we don't feel anymore. So feeling is very important, especially feeling about what's happening in my body, any imbalance, any tension, any unhappy cells or unhappy organs competing my attention. And to know about your feeling of your mind. When you have too much thinking from what you read, when you heard, when you talked about, then there's no space or time for your feeling. So we need to increase feeling about what is happening in our body, in our mind. Sometimes our mind is so tired. I don't know what's wrong with this too much thought going on. I don't know how to stop it. Maybe your mind's screaming it, but you're too busy with the device and you don't pay attention to, you don't know. And feeling about what's going on in our heart, all those emotions around, good, sometimes not so good. And feeling about what's happening in our spirit. So we need to focus on inner peace and joy through practice of essential Dharma of daily practice. What is happening in our body and mind is deeply influencing how we live our life on earth. So we need to link this oneness of our body, mind, heart together with this spirit, with this Buddha nature. Second, practice a love of learning to deal with resistance or opposition in your life. Sometimes it's coming from internalized oppression or resistance coming from people around you. When you hear inner voice of judging you or scolding you or blaming you with a phrase like that, you are not good enough. You are not doing enough. This is the voice of your ego, voice of your internalized oppression. It is not your authentic self, not coming from your Buddha nature within you. Sometimes we are oppressed by our own boss, mean boss, or anybody who are very harsh on you. Normally they are very close around you and living with you all the time, bugging you all the time with a pushing button like this. Keep saying that. So oppression is bad enough, right? But internalized oppression is worse because you do not know the oppression, do not know cause of oppression, nor the oppressor. So please know today and affirm it today that you are good enough because you have a Buddha nature within you. Remember that you are doing enough because you are learning Buddha Dharma. You came Sunday here to this spiritual center to learn this Buddha Dharma, which will totally shift and transform ourselves to be a new way, to be a whole person and full human being, and help others to do so. So be patient with your practice.